Our next experiment has to do with ultraviolet beads. These beads that you're going to see do something pretty interesting if they come upon light that is called ultraviolet light. What you see on the table before you is a powder over here called photochromic powder. And what you see over here are these beads that have been painted or made with the photochromic powder. Both of these have an unusual property, and that property is called spiropyrin. And what happens here is when the molecules that are in both the powder and the beads come in contact with ultraviolet light, they sort of like open up. The molecules open up and allow the light in. And what happens is it winds up changing color. And actually you can kind of see that these beads here are being exposed to very, very small amounts of ultraviolet light right now, because you see that they're not completely white. If it was completely without ultraviolet light in our room, we would see just white beads. This is a black light. It makes ultraviolet light waves, light that humans can't see. Now, it's about 6 or 8 inches away from the beads and the powder right now, which are over here, and you can start to see that they are beginning to turn color a little bit. So let's see what happens as we bring this closer. The beads definitely are turning color. The ones that are nearer to the light have changed color a lot easier than the ones that are farther away. And the powder, you can see some of it is beginning to glow, and yeah, this type of powder, it glows blue in ultraviolet light, and that's kind of interesting. And so these beads that you're going to be experimenting with in our next experiment use this powder in them when they're being made, and it's called photochromic powder. And it has to do with light and with tiny particles of light called photons, and when exposed to ultraviolet radiation from the sun, they really turn color quite well. Let's take a look at them now. Here they are in my garage. You can see that the beads are very white and the powder very pink. Now we're going to walk outside with them and see what happens on this beautiful sunny day in June. You can see the beads, the whole bag has begun to turn color, and our powder is now blue, bluish purple in color. So very interesting. And in the next video, you will learn how to use your beads to figure out which sunscreen works the most. And that would be a really fun experiment for you to try at home. You can take the beads and you can cover them in different sunscreens to find out which one works the best. And what is this SPF thing? Does one really, with a higher number that you pay more for, does that really protect you better? Use your UV beads and try out a fun experiment at home.